Troy Aikman sacked 3 times tonight. He went down only 18 a year ago. The team allowed only 19 sacks a year ago, tops in the league. And his last sack set up this field position, and then the Cardinals recovered the fumble on the punt. Mike Devlin, the center. They'll snap it back to Graham. He goes deep right side for Rob Moore, and he overthrows Moore. They went right at Wendell Davis. That's where Kevin Smith was injured.
Yeah, you know they're not going to throw to Deion Sanders, so if you're Wendell Davis, you expect some action on your side. And Kent Graham, with a strong arm, tried to rifle that one in there. I think maybe if he gives it a little bit more loft, he allows the 6'3" Rob Moore to run into, or maybe out-jump the defender.
And a quick check-in. Well, we'll do so right after this play. Second down. McElroy in trouble. Caught and dropped at the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 12. Now I check in with Craig Sager.
Well, thank you, Verne. Kevin Smith has been treated for cramps. He's now going back in. He says he's all right. Michael Irvin on the sidelines also getting treated for the 2nd time for cramps. The most serious one leaves to be Charlie Williams. He had to go into the locker room possibly for an IV. As for Anthony Miller with that hamstring, he could go in a 4-receiver set. Verne?
Thanks, Craig. Fred Strickland just limped out as well. 3rd and 12.
Well, you know they're not going to throw to Deion Sanders' side. And so Kent Graham is going to look to his right this whole play.
Cowboys bring 4. Graham with time.
Oh, yeah. Threw to Sanders. He threw it to Sanders' side, and he had a guy open.
Yep. And Kevin Williams couldn't make the catch.
And Deion Sanders, they've thrown on him twice, and twice the receiver has been open.
And on that play, at the end of the play, watch Deion's expression. He can't believe they threw his way. Here's Deion to put a soft cushion, gets a little hit on the wide receiver. Right there, that should be a 1st down. You should catch that ball. But Deion's expression here, I can't believe they threw on me. What is this, a football game?
Now they will call on Jeff Eagles, who led the league a year ago in punts down inside the 20. And he had it with 23. He had a dandy a moment ago. And this one doesn't obey orders and goes into the end zone. Touchback. It comes out to the 20. Cowboys lead by 8. 102 degrees when we kicked off at 5 o'clock local. 99 after the sun went down. Still warm. You see the effects of the heat. And it seems to be bothering one team and not the other.
Yeah, a bunch of Cowboys just sucking wind over there and battling cramps badly.
92 degrees currently. Dallas 1st and 10 with an 8-point lead. Emmitt Smith back in the lineup. Gets a couple at left guard over Nate Newton and Mark Tuanay, and runs into Bernard Wilson. Craig Sager telling us during the break that Emmitt Smith taped up his left ankle.
Just to match the right one, which he sprained. He sprained his right ankle, and that's the only one sprained. The left one is taped to get that balanced look.
2nd and 7. Blitz. Aikman deep left side. Good man coverage.
Oh, boy.
Aeneas Williams was all over his man.
Has he been great tonight, Aeneas Williams? I mean, battling one of the best receivers in the game, Michael Irvin, step for step. It has been fun to watch. And again, what Aeneas Williams does a good job. He didn't necessarily jam him with his hands at the line of scrimmage. He just runs with him the entire way down the field and cuts off any kind of passing ankle. And Swan right here pushing Eric Swan. Get a little inside push.
3rd and 7. Irvin comes left against Williams. Cardinals threaten to blitz. They're coming. Aikman right side, incomplete, 4th down, intended for Steph Brent Williams, and McCleskey with the coverage.
Well, the great special teams player, J.J. McCleskey, makes a very good play on 3rd down defense.
But it's the push that Cardinal defensive line is getting on the offensive line, getting in Troy Aikman's face. And what they're doing is smart defense. They're putting a defender on the center, not allowing him to double team Eric Swan, so he should be freed up to get to Troy Aikman.
Check the hang time for Goen on the last 2 punts. Kevin Williams waits for it at his own 30. This one backs Williams up to the 21. Out to the 32-yard line. A 56-yard punt, 11 on the return. So field position on this possession not as advantageous as it was last time Arizona got the ball.
Well, again, the Cardinal defense has done everything to win this game. As a matter of fact, they've done everything to win 2 or 3 ball games tonight, to be perfectly honest. And again, Kent Graham, the task in his hand, down by 8 points, get the ball into the end zone, plenty of time. A 2-point play, obviously, would be required.
Moore comes right against Wendell Davis. Kevin Smith stays on the bench. Sanders against Deion Sanders. This one into the flat. Caught by McElroy. Gets around the corner. Down the sidelines, and Sanders forces him out of bounds, but not before he gets to the 49 with a 17-yard pickup.
It's an outstanding block by Larry Sanders. This play used to be called flash and lightning. Flash to the left, lightning to the right. All of a sudden, the quarterback drops back, and look over here. Larry Sanders at the bottom of your screen gets his hands on the defender and just takes him out of the play, allowing Leland McElroy to take it down the sidelines for the first down. Excellent play by the offense.
He's really good on that show on HBO.
Yeah, Gary Shandling.
Gary Shandling.
Oh, boy, McElroy takes a pop at the 50-yard line.
Yeah. Broderick Thomas, the defensive end, and McElroy is slow gathering himself. Again, we played so well in that first half last week. Wasn't as productive in the second half, but has been much more productive this game, this half.
Now LaShawn Johnson checks in. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Johnson wears number 32. He'll set up in a wing to the left, or behind his left tackle. Larry centers, comes right. Corner blitz threatened. The audible by Graham. Comes right, he's hit as he lets it go, and he had Sanders all by himself.
Yeah, that's not Kent Graham's fault, though. I mean, he had people draped all over. Good audible. He saw the 8-man front. He saw Darren Woodson on the outside right here. So he audibles to a pass. See, the back stays in centers and blocks Darren Woodson. People are at his feet. I think it was Tony Casillas at his feet. Otherwise, this is a big completion because he did have Frank Sanders open.
Pat, that looked like one of your passes.
Yeah, I know. The old whirlybird, the option pass, catch it at either end.
3rd and 9. Shotgun. Blitz again. Graham hit as he lets it go, incomplete. Broderick Thomas got there, number 51.
Well, for the first time in a while, the Cowboy defense bulls its neck. And Antonio Anderson putting some pressure on him. Broderick Thomas putting the pressure.
And Beagle's called upon to punt again. Deion Sanders waits at the 12.
Oh, go flag.
Flag is down. Sanders with a fair catch at the 13-yard line.
I think it's just going to be the 5-yard penalty. Somebody kind of lightly brushed Jeff Beagles. Well, take it back. It's holding. That's the second time they've had a holding on a punt play, the Cardinals.
So the option with the Cowboys, and given the field position, I'm sure they'll take another crack at this.
We're talking to the old captain, Bill Bates, down there at the 50-yard line.
Holding number 86 on the kicking team. That's a 10-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
That is the punt snapper, Trey Junkin. Number 86, so Eagles will have to do it again.
Anytime you're punting the ball to Deion Sanders, it's a scary thing. You think you dodged a bullet, and you got to do it again.
Sanders, fair catch at the 23. The Eagles have done a nice job tonight.
Yeah.
And with 8 minutes and 32 seconds remaining, the Cowboys get it back offensively. Next week, we go to Foxborough, Mass. As Bill Parcells and the New York Jets go into Foxborough to take on Drew Bledsoe and the New England Patriots.
We're looking forward to seeing Adrian Murrell of the Jets.
I think the Patriots fans are looking forward to seeing Bill Parcells. They want a piece of Big Bill.
Oh, boy. They do that.
Yeah, there might be some media attention in that game. First and 10. Cowboys leading by 8. Smith, nifty piece of running. He breaks loose. Foot race, Alexander and Darby catch him from behind. Sore ankles and all, the man is a warrior.
The amazing thing about the Cowboys in their running game is they can use it to get a lead, they can use their running game to maintain a lead, and they can use their game to come from behind. Very few teams can do that. They're maintaining that lead right now with Emmitt Smith. And all the questions about whether he was back, I think, were answered by that cut, the strength, and then the run. 44 yards.
Pat, I believe that's just poor tackling on the Arizona Cardinals.
And for all the good things he's done tonight, Aeneas Williams missed the tackle. Emmitt Smith, 44 yards. First down at the 32. He gets a couple to the 30-yard line as Sherman Williams, as Emmitt Smith gets a well-deserved breather on the bench.
Gain of 3. Second and 7 from the 29.
These are the type of games where, in the moments in games, up by 8 points, 7 minutes remaining in the ball game, where your offensive line can really knock the other team out. And if an offensive line is going to do it, the Cowboys have a pretty good one to do it.
Shiver at center. Newton and Allen the guards, 2A and Williams. Here's the toss to Williams. He comes left, and a good defensive play by Alexander. And Brent Alexander with the tackle will force a third down for the Cowboys.
Did you see the block by Moose on that play? He just leveled. Watch Moose. He'll be coming over here, and you're going to see him just level. Boom. Right there, number 56, Terry Irving, the linebacker, just flipped him over. Tremendous block by the Moose.
Geez, you confused me, and you said Moose. I wasn't sure whom you were talking about.
Third down. Blitz threatened by the Cardinals. Dallas with the field spread out. Aikman, quick setup, right side. Caught. Billy Davis.
And intercepted.
Is it picked off? No.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
He never had possession. The defender had it.
I'm not so sure about that one. Is that Lassiter? I couldn't see who the number was. No, it was Tom Knight. Yeah, it was Tom Knight.
Tom Knight.
The rookie corner who's played very well tonight. No pun intended.
Gain of 8. First and 10 from the 20.
There's the bobble, the bobble, the bobble. Now when he turns over, who's got it? See, you look there. Yeah, that should be an interception. I think Tom Knight had that ball.
Officials rule otherwise, and it's first down at the 20. Emmitt Smith back in the lineup, comes left.
I still think that was an interception by Tom Knight. I don't know, Mark, if you agree or disagree. But
I
look again.
Yeah, let's have another look at this play.
Gain of 3. Second and 7 from the 17.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot there by our cameramen. Have done a great job in this heat tonight. That's a pretty good indication. I think Tom Knight has this ball for the interception.
Didn't look like the wide receiver had full possession of it, and Knight just took it away from him.
Second and 7. To the 13-yard line. Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, Emmitt Smith, you called him a warrior, Verne, and that's right. I mean, remember a few years ago, was it against the Giants? He had the bad ribs, and they needed that win at the end of the season. He has 131 yards tonight. And with guys like him, your offensive linemen love to block for him. Just a courageous guy. Right angle, ankle hurting. A lot of different ways to gain yards. He does it with power. He does it with grace sometimes. But power always comes first.
3rd and 2. Aikman will throw. Here they go. Simeon Rice. And Aikman goes down for the 4th time tonight.
And he may, yeah. Okay, the NFC East, watch out for this defense, the Cardinals. They got bodies flying all over the place. And Simeon Rice, number 97, off the corner one more time. Oh, Emmitt Smith is kind of holding his chest as he blocks Jameer Miller. Gonna get good coverage downfield. Forced Aikman to, yeah, he's holding the side of his chest there. Still makes a nice block on Jameer Miller. Called him a warrior. He's got an ankle injured and he's got a rib injured. Yeah.
You know, Pat, I think it's admirable for a guy like Emmitt to stay in the football game, but over a course of time, it's going to hurt this team. Get someone in there that's healthy that can do the job.
Richie Cunningham, a perfect 5 for 5 tonight, gets a chance to make it 6 from 40 yards away. That one was tipped.
Boy, oh boy, and the special teams come to life for Al Everest. I didn't see who did it, Verne, but it was right up the middle.
Looked like it might have been Michael Bankston.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of high fives. That's generally a pretty good sign. The defense has played great. The special teams do their job. Simeon Rice on the sack. And now Kent Graham. I mean, one of those defining moments for a quarterback. Good snap, good hold. Right up the middle.
And I'll tell you what, when you look at this Cardinal offense and their defense, the Cowboys are trying to figure out what they can do to stop this team. There's Michael Bankston just flying over people, getting his left hand up and tipping the ball.
First down at the 30-yard line with 3:42 to go. Graham comes right. Gedney dives for it, makes the catch at the 38-yard line. Chris Gedney, the tight end.
The Cardinals seem like they're the Energizer Bunny. They just won't go away, the thing that wouldn't go away. And right here, you can see the determination on the coaches on the sidelines telling them that we're going to win this game defensively. Dave McGinnis, the defensive coordinator, is telling these guys we're in it because of defense and we're going to win it because of defense.
2nd down and 2. Across the middle, Sanders has a first down at the 41-yard line. Clock at the 3-minute mark. Brad Strickland with the tackle.
Yeah, the ideal scenario is really using most of those 3 minutes. They have 2 timeouts remaining, scoring a touchdown and going for 2.
Fresh set of downs at the 41. Cardinals have 2 timeouts remaining. Graham has Sanders in the slot to the left. That's Rob Moore who goes in motion. Blitz again by the Cowboys. Flag is down. Gedney has the grab. If the play stands, he is close to a first down at the 48-yard line. There is a flag at the far 40. Cardinals. Looks like 2 men in motion.
Yeah, somebody moved early.
So bring it back.
Illegal shift on the offense. 2 men moving at the same time. That's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
This team just continuously hurts themselves by penalties or miscues. But this team has to win tonight. A moral victory will not do for this football team. They've got to win this game.
Yeah, moral victory becomes Yet another self-fulfilling prophecy. They've had enough of those. First and 15. Blitz again. Graham across the middle. Has a man open. It's Rob Moore. Gets a downfield block. Can't decide whether to go left or right, so he splits the difference. And a flag flies at the 17-yard line.
Three great things that happened there.
5-yard face mask penalty on the defense. We'll add that to the end of the run. First down.
Give me a chance. First was the throw by Kent Graham. I mean, he drills this ball right on time and right to Rob Moore. Why he can, so he doesn't have to adjust, so he catches it on the move. Then the broken tackle, and then the third thing, great block by Frank Sanders, number 81, right here. He just stays on Brock Marion and gives Rob Moore another chance.
47-yard gain, first down after the penalty at the 12. Moore left against Sanders. Graham. Diving catch by Moore.
No, he doesn't have to dive for that one, Mark. He maybe scores. Rob Moore maybe scores on that run or that catch if he doesn't have to dive for it.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. 22-14. This game officially declared a sellout in the first half, 71,000 plus on hand. And they have witnessed a struggle tonight. Troy Aikman is among those who can only watch now. Kent Graham with a fine second half. 14 of 22 for 133 yards in the second half. Now, second down and 6 from the 8. Side incomplete for Moore.
I think if Kent Graham pulls that ball down and runs with that football, he scores a touchdown because the middle of the defense just opened up and the offensive line did a great job of pushing the defenders to the outside. He's got to be aware of that. John Elway makes his living off of that inside the 10-yard line.
So you got 2 downs now. You got 3rd down and 4th down to get those 6 yards. And they can still actually get a first down. So Kent Graham, he didn't get it this time. He's got another play to do it.
Rob Moore and Kevin Williams go left. Sanders is right, and Gedney, the tight end, is tight right. Sanders is the running back. And he goes left flat. Here's Graham. Sanders struggles. That will be enough for the first down.
You know, as I was watching Frank Sanders catch that ball over the middle like he did to score a touchdown earlier, and he put the ball forward. Last week, Larry Sanders did the same thing, put the ball forward, struggling, and fumbled. But once again, when they need a clutch play, the tough catch over the middle, they go to Frank Sanders, his 6th catch of the night, and he picks up the first.
Graham leans out of the huddle, looks back at the bench. First and goal. Sanders is the running back. They go with 3 wide receivers a yard away. Max blitz in the end zone for Williams, incomplete.
I don't know. I think you take 4 downs and bang it in there.
That's my philosophy. Yeah. When you're this close, you've got enough time on the clock. Just pound it in there. The Dallas defensive line. Here's Kevin Smith. He's grabbing his hamstring. He's got a cramp. The Dallas defensive line, half of them around the sidelines because they're worn out.
Yep.
Punch the ball in with your offensive line. Smash mouth time.
Hey, remember they said they were going to run over the left side. Lomas Brown over at Dexter Coakley. And Shante Carver.
Kevin Smith up. Lomas Brown at left tackle. Now Dallas uses the timeout. They have 1 left. Of course, one of the things the Cardinals are looking for is a running attack.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen great evidence of it tonight.
Just sporadically.
Yes.
And to win in this league, you have to be able to run consistently. And I think at times like this, there comes a point in every ball game where you have to run the ball inside and pick up tough yards.
Now, we were told yesterday, guys, that they would try Cedric Smith and Larry Sanders in the backfield. That's who they've got in there now.
Well, Cedric Smith is the lead blocker type at 250, and Larry Sanders is very athletic around the goal line.
Wouldn't this be the perfect scenario for Larry Centers? Grows up in Texas, does not like the Cowboys. He likes the underdog, so he's not a Cowboy fan. Fumbles the ball last week, took the heat from every media outlet in the state of Arizona. For him to score the go-ahead or the tying touchdown in this situation, that would just be poetic justice for Larry Centers.
He is the pride of Tatum, Texas. He's the deep back in the eye. And he does not get the handoff. It's a play fake and the touchdown to Pat Carter. They drew everybody's eyes in toward Larry Centers, and Carter got open.
You know, I was shocked this week in a parking lot by a park car. There was a dog in it that kind of barked at me, scared the heck out of me. It kind of shocks you when you see these tight ends catch the ball here for the Cardinals. Well, I think it's a 4th catch by a tight end. You know, it was a great call by Dick Jamieson because it looked like the power team was in. They were going to go over the top, but now they need the 2-point play to tie this thing.
Sanders stays in, so does Carter. Cardinals have lost 13 in a row to the Cowboys. They have never won a home opener here. They're 2 points from the top. Play fake. Graham fires. Caught. Rob Moore in front of Brock Marion. On both plays. First the touchdown, then the 2-pointer.
A defining drive by Kent Graham. Made the plays when he had to. Great call by Dick Jamieson, the offensive coordinator. Throws the ball to the tight ends. He's not featured much in this offense. And Kent Graham hangs in there. He's got pressure behind him all around him. And Rob Moore stretches to make that catch. So Frank Sanders makes some tough catches, and then Rob Moore there. That's some good offensive football when they had to have it.
Cowboys have 1 timeout left. Emmitt Smith into the tunnel. Boy. You see his legs as Emmitt sits on the cart.
Yeah, but remember he was grabbing that rib too earlier. I think he hurt a rib.
Kevin Butler with the kickoff. Herschel Walker will return it. Walker out to the 32, but 2-3 flags are down. So it's a hanky party, and this one will come back.
And you can tell, right, Verne? There's the old hanky. I'll tell you, things have really gone well for the Cardinals in the second half, but it's the defense that set the tone.
Holding, number 57 on the return team, on the run back. That's half the distance to the goal. First down.
Keep in mind that on the last Cowboy drive, they lined up for Richie Cunningham's 6th field goal that would have put this game out of reach. And Michael Bankston, number 63, broke through, jumped up, got a hand on it, and sent it wide right, thus giving the Cardinals fresh life at the 30-yard line. And they drive the distance in 8 plays for the tying touchdown. Carter from Graham, and then Rob Moore with a 2-pointer. Sherman Williams, nothing. Eric Swan.
And they used that timeout. They're last. No, excuse me. They have 2 left. And Eric Swan leads the charge inside on Moose Johnston, and he absolutely stuffs Sherman Williams. This is a different team running the football when Emmitt Smith is not in it.
.54 seconds remaining. It was the Cardinals who called time.
Right.
So they have 1 left.
They have 1 left, yes. They had 2 to begin that.
And you're seeing a young team believing. This team has not won a playoff game in 50 years. And now, when you look at this team, they haven't beat the Cowboys in 13 years, but there's only been a handful of players on this football team that have been experienced most of the losses by this football organization. Most of these players haven't been here. They don't know about losing this many times, so they believe in each other. And now I think they've really picked it up, Pat, and they're looking at each other, and they believe in one another.
This is a playoff game for them.
Second down, 9. Blitz. Aikman. Johnson wasn't ready for it. That was dangerously close to a lateral. The Moose was not loose.
And nobody's screaming Moose right now, are they?
Only 71,000, half of whom were Cowboy fans at the outset. We've had a few converts.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, two completely different offensive games in week 1 and 2 for the Cowboys. They were so efficient, you know, had big plays as well as small plays last week. And this week, they have never really been in sync.
Let's have a quick word from Craig Sager on Emmitt Smith.
Well, Emmitt was taken off on the card. He will not return even if the game goes into overtime. 2 plays before that blocked field goal, he suffered bruised ribs.
Thanks, Craig. 3rd and 9. No blitz this time. Draw play. Sherman Williams. And he's got the first down. Dallas at the 21.
You know, if they didn't make that, you say it's a terrible call, but because they did, great call by Ernie Zampese. 12-yard gain by a guy, you know, if it's Emmitt Smith, it's one thing, but Sherman Williams takes the, and he actually got hit about 3 yards short of the first down. Good little draw. You're going to see a little hole open up in here. Sherman Williams seizes the moment, seizes the hole, and then powers the last 3 yards for the first down.
And at this stage of the game, I think it's a plus to have him in the ball game because he has fresh legs.
Cowboys with only 1 timeout left, and they will settle for the overtime, I'm sure, unless they get all of it on this play. Into the flat. Williams to the 27. The last time we had the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football on TNT, they went to OT. That was in Minnesota 2 years ago.
Wasn't it Emmitt Smith who won that one?
And he's not going to be available for him tonight. So the first order of business will be the coin toss. And Bernie Kukar will call the captains out. Aeneas Williams and Bill Bates will meet in the middle of the field. We'll have the coin toss. Each team gets 2 timeouts.
Coin in the air. There's heads. There's tails. Tails was called. Tails it is. Dallas has won the toss.
Heard Bill Bates say we want the ball.
It's generally a good thing to do in overtime, to take the ball. One other overtime game today. Miami won in overtime.
Olinda Mare with his 3rd field goal in that one, as the Dolphins win at 16-13. Well, we're going to let things settle down for just about 90 seconds. We'll be right back. Overtime in the desert before a sellout crowd at Sun Devil Stadium. The Cardinals trying to win their first home opener since moving here from St. Louis. Ironically, the last time they won a home opener was against the Cowboys in St. Louis. Over the last 3 years, Dallas 2-1, and the Cardinals 6-3 in OT.
And if Kevin Butler or Cardinal fans ever wanted a ball kicked into the end zone for a touchback, this is the time. Herschel Walker is a dangerous, dangerous return man.
And kickoffs not Kevin Butler's strength.
No, although he's had 1 touchback tonight.
Walker at the 4. And he bounces off the first hit made by J.J. McCleskey. It was like, get away from me, you pest. And McCombs is down. LaRon McCombs, the backup linebacker. Tony McCombs.
Yeah, I think on special teams plays, there are very, very violent collisions. I mean, it's kind of like lemmings off a cliff. You know, guy, it's an unnatural thing playing special teams.
Well, the heat and the battle has taken its toll. Emmitt Smith is in the locker room and will not play in the overtime.
But to tell you the truth, this is exactly what the Cardinals wanted. They wanted to keep it close. They wanted the heat to take effect, and they felt that the heat would take effect on the Dallas Cowboys, and it has. Here's Emmitt Smith right here being piled up, running through the defenders, and right now the body's piled up on top of him, and that's it for Emmitt. He hurts his side, his rib cage. You can see the expression on his face, and he's already hurt his ankles thus far in the game, and he's out of the game. You see many of the defenders and the offensive players for the Dallas Cowboys on the sidelines drinking a lot of water, sitting in front of the oxygen tanks, except this guy right here, Dion, because they haven't thrown his way.
Well, they continue to tend to the injured player, and a reminder that we'll update the injury to Emmitt Smith on the Mercedes-Benz postgame report with Keith Jackson, Sean Jones, and Vince Cellini. Things look like they're all right, and Emmitt Smith is back on the sideline.
Yep.
He done.
Hey, what would Mark Twain say?
What is that Dean Cain show? Lois and Lois.
You got me. Superman is back.
Yeah.
Mark Twain might say the rumors of his demise are greatly exaggerated.
Yeah, OT from the 25. Play action for Aikman. Deep left side, caught up at the 37-yard line. That is a first down.
You have one quarterback in this overtime in Troy Aikman who has defined his career in moments like this. Another trying to define his career in Kent Graham. But players like Troy Aikman rise to the occasion in situations like this. I mean, you look at his raw statistics, they're never overwhelming, but he gets more out of every throw than any quarterback in the league.
That last catch by Bjornsson, 12 yards. Irvin is left against Williams. That's Bjornsson in motion. Handoff up the middle. Williams to the 45. Brent Alexander, but a 17-yard gain.
And that's what I talked about the last series. Even though Emmitt Smith is one of the best backs in the NFL, when you got a guy with fresh legs in a situation like that, give him the football. And Sherwin-Williams has fresh legs.
Picked up 17, the ball at the 45. Richie Cunningham's longest field goal is 52 yards. That was his first field goal last week. Williams goes left. Gained a couple.
Well, they need about, another 7-8 yards to get into that kind of range. I mean, they're not thinking that way right now. They need to get to the 35-yard line to give him that kind of shot. So they're nearly in a situation to give Cunningham at least a chance to win the ball game.
Must be an agonizing feeling for a quarterback.
Yeah.
When you can't do anything. Sit and watch.
You know, that coin toss in overtime is the most critical thing in overtime, really. He gets it started. You want the ball desperately.
2nd and 8. This is Bjornsson. Max blitz, play action. Aikman, screen pass, left side.
And lo and behold, Eric Swan was putting the pressure on quarterback Troy Aikman. Here's Eric Swan coming up. They go with the blitz on this play, but Eric Swan over Larry Allen comes up, goes right between Eric Williams and Larry Allen and splits them and puts the pressure on quarterback Troy Aikman.
He is a remarkable player, Eric Swan.
Now the Cardinals have gone with their prevent defense, their nickel defense. 3rd and 8. Ball at the 43-yard line. Williams a setback. Davis and Steph Brett Williams wide right. Irvin left. Aikman, blitz. Incomplete, dropped.
Aeneas Williams knocks it away.
Tipped.
I'll tell you, this has been a fun battle. There's been a couple of them, Eric Swan and Larry Allen. And Mark, you've been talking about Aeneas Williams and Michael Irvin all evening, and Aeneas Williams has really gotten the better of that matchup. That's a great play.
And it just seems like Arizona has more energy. Here's Aeneas, is going to reach around and swat it away. But the reason why this ball wasn't thrown perfectly is because Eric Swan again was in the backfield putting pressure on quarterback Troy Aikman.
Well, that's a delicate play.
Toby Goen is on to punt. Kevin Williams waits at the 10. High, headed toward the end zone, and just does get there. Touchback. 13 times in succession, the Arizona Cardinals have teamed up against the Cowboys and lost. Their last win, October 14th, 1990. Solid defensive effort. Aikman was the quarterback then, but it was Arizona who prevailed. Remember Johnny Johnson, the running back of the Cardinals? 20-3 the final. They've not tasted victory since.
And here's where Kent Graham has to be a little careful. No sacks and fumbles here in this part of the field.
Graham behind Kevin Williams.
In this situation, quarterback Kent Graham has to be patient. He has to let things develop. I don't think he should rush and force a ball anywhere, because now he's got command in this offense, and I think everyone's fighting on his offense for these guys to be successful.
Sure like the look in his eye, though. That's a confident look.
Oh, yeah.
Second and 10. He comes left. Gedney with the catch at the 26. That will leave the Cardinals looking at a 3rd and 4.
The 3rd and 4 used to be Larry Center's bread and butter down. I mean, Larry Centers was always the guy. Gedney now has his 4th catch of the day for Gedney. But Larry Centers is a guy, I think, you know, a guy who's caught 200 passes the last 2 years. You'd think about him in this situation.
He's only caught 2 tonight. 3rd and 4. Wade Wilson, Troy Aikman. Now it's their turn to watch. Down the middle for Sanders. First down, Cardinals.
Has he been clutch over the middle, Mark?
He has been big-time clutch, Pat. They haven't been able to stop that. Every time they need a big play, they go to Sanders over the middle. They had success with this play last week, and this seems to be the bread and butter play of the offense for the Arizona Cardinals.
I'll tell you, Kent Graham's eyes, he is not afraid of this situation. Hung in there. He's got a very strong arm in a tight coverage. I mean, Woodson had him covered well.
First down at the 33, 38. Graham. Oh! Kevin Smith had it.
And I talked about a young quarterback has to be patient. This is a great example of it. He dodged the bullet on this play, because if he stays patient, he throws the ball to the guys in the white jerseys, not the guys in the blue jerseys. Here's the play right here. The wide receiver stops, and the ball's just thrown behind him, and it goes right between the defender's Kevin Smith's hands. But this is an opportunity for Kent Smith to step up. He should learn from this play. Take your time and be patient. You don't have to force it.
Graham has put it up 43 times tonight. Stunt this time. Pretty good protection. Rob Moore goes down the sidelines, out of bounds. First down at the Cowboy 48.
You don't throw the ball over Deion Sanders' side much, but what the Cardinals have done is gotten good matchups. Wide receivers, and this time a linebacker, Darryl Hardy, was chasing Rob Moore in coverage. You'll see him inside. He's going to pick up number 85 in motion. See, he's got a man for man. Obviously, it's a mismatch, a crossing route running away from the defender, and Moore does a great job of getting the first down. 5 catches for Moore.
14 yards. Kevin Butler getting ready in case. Here's McElroy left. Inside the 45 to the 44.
Now, Butler's career long is 57 yards, and he has won 15 games in his career.
Long-time place kicker for the Chicago Bears.
Didn't look like he liked the situation too much, did he? Gave you that Mr. Ed.
I wish McMahon was here, is what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Second down. Double tight end set now with Carter, who caught the tying touchdown before the 2-point play. And Gedney, who's in motion. Here comes the blitz. Fumble. That ball is loose. The third fumble tonight for Graham. It slipped right out of his hand.
Yeah, he wasn't hit on that one. The other two, he was hit. That ball just slipped out of his hand. And the Cardinals, I mean, hey, the game's not lost yet. I mean, that's what they have to realize. The game is not lost. Their defense has to play well. Watch the ball comes right out of his hands. Coakley, who's going to get there, but it just slipped right out of his hand.
Here it is again.
Man.
Right out of his fingers. You're absolutely right, Pat, but even if it doesn't slip out, he's going to get sacked anyway, and that ball's probably going to come out because Coakley had the beat on it.
Yeah, you much prefer the sack there, though, than the turnover, because the Cowboys now have great field position.
Third Graham fumble tonight, one of which was returned for a touchdown. First and 10, Dallas. Williams goes left.
I'll tell you what, Verne, ordinarily you turn the ball over 4 times against Dallas, you get blown out. Again, I think it tells you the kind of job that Dave McGinnis's defense has done tonight. They have shut down one of the most explosive offenses in the National Football League, a team that put 37 points up on a very good Pittsburgh defense a week ago.
And does not have an offensive touchdown tonight.
Yep.
They've got 5 field goals and a fumble return for a touchdown. Tied at 22, second down and 8. Blitz coming again. The handoff to Williams down near the 43-yard line.
And they need to get to about the 35-yard line to really have a legitimate shot at a field goal. Of course, actually, that would give them a first down. But
that 52-yard field goal by Cunningham last week was not only his longest in the NFL, it was his first. It was the longest ever in his career. His longest at Southwest Louisiana was 50.
You kind of get the feeling by watching the Cowboys that they're just lethargic. There's no energy out there, and the Arizona Cardinals have the momentum, and they've got the energy. And watch the offensive line. They just meander up to the line of scrimmage, get down in their stance, and just say, hey, let's get on with it. And the Arizona Cardinals defenders are just flying around.
And the Cowboys call timeout.
their first of 2 in overtime.
And so Aikman heads over to chat with Barry Switzer.
Nice
Tied
music.
at 22. Yes.
Nice music there for a dramatic moment. And indeed it is. I mean, sometimes, though, in the NFL, you have to win ugly, as they say. And if the Cowboys can pull this off, it would be an ugly win. It'd be a beautiful win if the Cardinals can find a way to win this thing.
The thing about this game, Pat, if the Cowboys pull this game out and win, the only thing that will be remembered here in Arizona is that they've lost 14 consecutive games to the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, they had
10 home openers.
And they had 10,000 maniacs at halftime, too, performing. Yeah, that'd be remembered.
And 3 men in a tub up here in the booth. 3rd and 4. And Graham with those 2 fumbles in the first half and 1 here in overtime.
Hey, one thing, 3rd and 4, ordinarily you'd say, hey, you know, we have a couple things. You can give the ball to Emmitt Smith. He'll pick up 4 yards for you. He's out of the ball game. Or you throw the ball to Michael Irvin. And, you know, Aeneas Williams has gotten the better of that matchup tonight.
If I'm an offensive coordinator here, I run the screen because the Arizona Cardinals has blitzed on 3rd down in this situation probably 70% of this ball game, and a screen would be just enough to get the running back out in the flat and give him an opportunity to circle the defense and pick up some valuable yardage. And Sherman Williams runs a great screen.
Mike Caldwell is a late entrant into the defensive huddle now for the Cardinals. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah. Aeneas Williams and Michael Irvin, that has been fun all evening.
But I think the winner of that battle is right there, Aeneas Williams. Without a doubt, I think he won tonight's battle against Michael Irvin. He's only got 4 catches.
Not over yet.
Thus far, he's held him to 4 catches.
That's pretty good plan.
All in the first half.
No, that's very good plan.
No blitz. Into the flat. Jameer Miller. They stopped him. There's a fumble. Loose ball. Who got it?
Well, you know, the Cowboys have tried that play multiple times tonight, Verne, without much success. And there's a bad, I think, do I see the ball in there? Yeah. The Cardinals still haven't seen a signal. Yeah, the Cardinals get it. Yep. A play that the Cowboys have run multiple times to swing out in the flat. Again, that was just poked out. That was McKinnon, number 57, Ronald McKinnon.
And Swan.
And Swan there again. He's been everywhere. I think it was Irving. Terry Irving made the recovery. So they return the fumble favor, if you will. So this defense has just been magnificent tonight.
That is the first Cowboy turnover of the season. And Eric Swan battling Larry Allen and the Heat. Yeah. For the moment, things are all right.
Yes, he played well. Eric Swan.
Exceptionally well. And they just seem energized. The guys in the white jerseys, the Arizona Cardinals, they're happy. They're smiling on the sidelines. You look at Dallas over there, you thought there may be a funeral out here on the football field. They're not excited. And that goes from their head coach Switzer on down. There's no emotion on their sidelines. Look at that. None at all.
First down at the 46. Rob Moore is the motion man. Graham gets rid of it behind Moore by a foot.
Yeah, indeed, Kent Graham was under pressure, but boy, he had Rob Moore open. And I tell you, the Cardinals are finding out about their guy, Kent Graham. Broderick Thomas, I think number 51 at the top there, is the guy who puts the pressure on him. But if he had a little bit more time, Rob Moore working on the underneath coverage, the linebackers again, was wide open. I'll tell you one thing, the good thing the Cardinals did, they're coming back with the same plays that have been successful.
Second and 10, 8:09 remaining in overtime. Graham pumps once, right side, wide open. It's Rob Moore down the sidelines.
They're in field goal range now. 19-yard gain there from Kent Graham to Rob Moore. Again, you can't be too conservative, but Kent Graham now has to know the situation of the game. And again, it's Kevin Smith battling cramps all evening. I tell you, good setup. He faked the slant route, which they ran so well last week, and then kind of hooked outside for the catch.
Handed off to McElroy. He comes left. Lomas Brown protecting that ball.
Smart play by a young running back to cradle that ball in and make sure it goes no place except in his arms, and he gets down on the ground, and it's a down play. But there's Big Malk right on the sidelines. Carl Malk, he's not happy because he wanted to get a first down on that play, and it's just like any offensive line coach, particularly guys like Malk that desperately hates the Dallas Cowboys. He wants to play smash mouth football right now and shove it down their throat.
He's not even happy on Christmas morning.
Graham, Sanders is open. Cut back to the 20.
Hold on to the ball.
To the 10. To the 5. First and goal.
I think he heard you, Pat.
You have to be happy for that man, Kent Graham, and those fans as well, and all the Cardinals. And he should be enjoying himself. The moment has not been too big for Kent Graham. And Larry Centers, the guy who we talked to him yesterday, was just still downtrodden because of the fumble a week ago. Great move. He secures the ball here at the end of the run with two hands.
Cardinals use one of their timeouts. Might they not kick the field goal right now?
Absolutely. 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 It's the right decision, the only decision to make. This is overtime. The field goal wins it.
Larry Centers hangs on as Deion Sanders tried to strip him. 29-yard gain and time called.
I see Kevin Butler out here on the field. And these guys have every reason to be right and to be happy.
They were down 22-7. Fought back on the arm of Kent Graham. He found Pat Carter after a blocked field goal or a tipped field goal went awry for Dallas. They went 70 yards. Carter caught the touchdown. Then the two-point catch by Rob Moore. They got to overtime, and now they have a chance to win it.
And when you look at the sideline here, this is a playoff game for the Arizona Cardinals. They haven't won one in 50 years, as I stated before, and For them, this is a major, major victory for this franchise in Ben Stover.
15 game-winning field goals for Kevin Butler.
Trey Junkin will snap it. Jeff Beagles will hold it. And Kevin Butler tries it from 20 yards. Like a billiard shot. But the drought in the desert is over.
And perhaps a franchise's attitude turned around.
What a shot in the arm for this organization. I played 2 years here. We weren't able to beat the Dallas Cowboys. But even though, when you look at this shot by Kevin Butler, you're seeing in the back of your mind when it hits the side of the upright, oh no, it's the Cardinals again. They're going to miss the field goal. But right here, it's the luck of the gods, and it goes through for the Arizona Cardinals.
Let's go down to Craig Sager.
Well, thank you, and I'm standing with Kevin Butler right about where you were when you kicked the field goal. Tell us about the pressure on the sidelines and what you saw when it hit the goalpost.
I saw my life flash in front of me. We were going down. I just heard them yelling, hurry, 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 because I guess it was about to go out on the time, so I just moved a little quick on it. That's what they give us the whole goalpost for. I used the whole thing. That's the first time I can recall it bounced my way, though.
13 years in the league. You've had some great kicks. Where does this one rank?
Well, this is big for the Cardinal organization. We had to beat these guys to do anything. To reach any of our goals, we had to go through Dallas. This is what it's about. The fans came out here. I don't care how it got through, and we won.
Yes, it did. Congratulations. Good win for you, obviously for the organization. Let's go back up to Verne.
All right, Craig, it was a 9-ball in the corner pocket, but the carom counts. And for the first time since 1990, the Arizona Cardinals defeat the Dallas Cowboys. This is their first home opening win since moving from St. Louis. Let's check in with Craig and Kent Graham.
Well, Mark May was talking about the emotion on the sidelines, and nobody showed more emotion than Kent Graham. First of all, talk about the fumble, how disappointed you were when you almost gave the game away.
Well, you know, that's kind of how the whole game went. You know, I mean, there was tough situations the whole time, and we all fought and hung in there together, and it's a tribute to our team. We did it as a team.
And then about the play to Larry Sanders, a week ago, in the opening game, Larry Sanders fumbles. His organization was down all week. What does this win mean to you and for the whole organization?
Well, hopefully we can get it on the right start. You know, we're on the right track going, and you know, we just got to build off this because you know, it's obviously a huge win for us.
You're obviously the most popular man in Phoenix tonight. Congratulations.
Well, thanks.
Back to you, Verne.
All right, Craig, my guy Sager hangs in there, doesn't he?
Tough guy, that's Sager.
That's great. Well, what a night for Kent Graham. He overcomes 3 fumbles, one of which was returned for a touchdown by Chad Hennings. He winds up 26 of 47, 252 yards, 2 touchdowns, including the tying touchdown to Pat Carter. And Larry Sanders, who has lived in agony all week long because of his fumble that set up the go-ahead score last week in Cincinnati, provides some heroics for the Cardinal fans at the end of a 29-yard game to set up what was a carom field goal from 20 yards out by Kevin Butler. I thought the ball was going to die of thirst before it went through the uprights. We'll be back at Sun Devil Stadium in a moment.